Being a long-term wrestling fan, I think it's a real shame how many fans are complaining about the WWE. You watch it this week, you complain about it. Then you watch it again next week, complain about it. Give it a compliment the week after, then complain about it. If you're going to complain, if you're unhappy, just stop watching it because you're only putting yourself in an unhappy state. Like this Raw, for example. Yes, it was a bad show, but I still found things about it that I enjoyed that kept me watching and going to make me watch it next week. For example, the opener. Chris Jericho and Triple H, the insults to comedy they brought to each other was brilliant. It's a shame that Jericho's going to be leaving to continue in the Fozzy stuff. I personally think he should have stayed longer or possibly came back to the WWE for good. For guys like Jericho, who are great on the mic, great in the ring, and a fan favourite, it's brilliant. He's a guy who should be here, giving the WWE what they're missing, what they need, the feuds they need. But then we get the news from Triple H that they're looking for a new number one contender to replace John Cena to face Brock Lesnar at Night of Champions. But this doesn't settle well for John Cena, so he comes out and says if he does not get his rematch to face, hurt and defeat Brock Lesnar, he's going to sue the WWE for everything they've got, become the COO and fire Triple H. No one wants to see Cena running the WWE with jokes every week, numerous appearances per show, and making outrageous things happen in the WWE. I'll be more than happy for Triple H to gain more control like he has in NXT and start bringing it more to Raw and SmackDown. But that's another story for another time. Then we get the words from Kane, Jericho, Rollins, Orton, Reigns and John Cena, which sets up a 3-on-3 match for the main event. And I thought the opener was good, comical, mentions Night of Champions and sets up the main event. Having Sandow as Mrs. Stunt Double is a brilliant idea, and I'll tell you for why. Having the comedy characters and waste of Sandow's time come to an end, having him appear on TV in a successful way, doing something meaningful, and possibly later down the line giving Sandow a turn-on feud to face The Miz, it works out perfectly. Then on Raw, having the both mid-card champions, Ziggler and Sheamus, lose to the number one contenders, Miz and Cesaro, very nicely done. It weren't the best match. You don't get to see the best of all four wrestlers. But having Sandow cost Ziggler the match as Miz rolls him up, very nice spot, very nicely done, sets up the two matches going to Night of Champions and gets Sandow a positive role in the WWE. I thought this was a good part of Raw. I liked it. Match-wise, not the best. No, it was not. But I think for the progression of Miz and the championship match and Sandow, it was good. This next match really weren't needed. It was a waste of time, and I was surprised that the Cameron and Naomi feud could still be going, and that was that Layla, Summer Rae, Naomi versus Rosa Mendez, Eva Marie and Cameron. I forgot who won, but waste of time. Throughout Raw, Nikki tells us how Brie stole her prom date, stole her car and crashed it using her driving license, and how Nikki went into one of Brie's big tests. And then I'm thankful to Stephanie that she was back on Raw, back into the ring with these two divas, hopefully standing there to make sure the segment doesn't get too awkward. Nikki was great on the mic. I'm going to give her credit. Brie was just there to continue the story. Nikki made me laugh when she started to insult Daniel Bryan and the Troll Babies. But then after their segment of going on, Nikki becomes a number one contender to face another heel who happens to be Paige. out comes AJ. So we had two different views to pick from. But to combine them into one, yes, a fatal four-way Divas match is something different and you could like it. But all this went on and I was much preferring seeing how far the WWE take AJ and Paige first. And the little tease of AJ and Steph, I want to go with that, but I think the tease between um, Steph and AJ has already gone. That time was back when AJ was really that crazy chick with the CM Punk, Kane, Daniel Bryan storyline. Not now. Many people are saying Bo Dallas is becoming irrelevant, not important, not entertaining, and they're starting to complain about him when they used to be supporting him. With me, I still like Bo Dallas. I still think that Bo Dallas's broken streak should have been a reason to bring out a frustrated heel inside him, or just someone that now he's lost something that he used to talk about. It gives him a reason to go after wrestlers and attacking them. But instead, he's using the fact that Swagger let down the United States of America and brings out three individuals who happen to have been let down by Jack Swagger. I'm sorry. As much as I do enjoy put your hand on your chest and say, "Oh, leave!" That that was funny. I laughed at that. I thought that was a nice little bit thing. But there's not much reason to this feud. Not much purpose. It's just like, okay, Swagger's getting good face momentum right now. Bo Dallas is still a new talent that we should be using. Let's just put these two into a feud. So this is not going to be a Swagger Rusev feud. Probably not that much concentration on it. But all I'm going to say, it's getting Bo Dallas on TV, which being an NXT guy onto the main roster is important to do. But I'm not sure how much this is going to benefit Swagger. Talking about Rusev, the WWE are confusing me with what they're doing with Mark Henry and Big Show. They're being teased as a tag team, possibly going somewhere with that. But at the same time, Mark Henry wants to get revenge on Rusev for beating Swagger. It's a wrestling match. It was gonna happen. Yes, he's supporting the country that he's meant to be from and involved with. But this feud, Big vs Big Guy, is the only real credible thing I can see about this. So after Big Show and Mark Henry defeat the Whites by DQ after Rusev gets involved, Rusev defeats Zack Ryder because that's a challenge, and then Mark Henry sets up or invites the feud to take place and start happening. So possibly going into Night of Champions, that will be one of the filler matches, apart from the championship matches. I'm expecting something good for it, but at the same time, the WWE have confused me about the setting up of this feud. I thought WWE had given up on Adam Rose, but maybe this is just an odd appearance because for some reason the WWE had to make this match even appear on Raw, but Adam Rose defeats Titus O'Neil after the Bunny attacks Heath Slater outside the ring, causing a distraction. Just make Adam Rose go and repack himself. Titus O'Neil probably go to NXT 2 and Heath Slater. Why is he even still here? This next match was just to continue the building up of the Goldust and Stardust becoming heels as they start attacking the Usos, using steel chairs, injuring one of the Usos, and as much as adding swerves and stuff in the WWE is good, I'm not sure if the Star Brothers or the Gold Brothers were needed to turn heel. I felt the Usos could have lost their tag team championships to probably the Wyatts. The Wyatts could have eventually lost to the Star Brothers. The Star Brothers could have faced the Ascension. Different things could have happened. Then The surprise factor was good, but the emphasis on trying to make them a heel isn't really necessary. And if this is to possibly give us new tag champs at Night of Champions to finally take the belts off the Usos now and put them onto another tag team, just let us see when the Ascension are coming in. Make some awesome video packages, not for main eventers, but for a tag team. I think that'd be like you did for Crime Time. You know, that was quite kind of cool. Put emphasis on your NXT tag team, Ascension, before they come in. Until Brock Lesnar makes an appearance back on Monday Night Raw, it looks like the emphasis is going to be on John Cena. Because the main event, yes, Roman Reigns may have picked up the win for the team, but it was about Cena getting the full stop at the very end by giving an AA to Seth Rollins. You know, I feel the concentration should be on Brock Lesnar. Now he's champion. Now he's the beast. Now he's the one who defeated John Cena. Now he's the one going to go forward. Not John Cena who's had year and year and year of love, concentration, championships. No, that's why I don't care about the main event. I don't care if Roman Reigns, the future, was in there. I don't care if Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank's in there. I just did not really care for the main event, even if the opener did set up nicely. Anyway, people, please share your thoughts on Monday Night Raw in the comment section below. Tell me the good, the bad, and the ugly. Please let me know if you're one of the wrestling fans that complains but still watches it next week, because I at least try and pick out the good, the bad, and the ugly.